What's up, y'all? Kelly Clarkson with Wayfair. My favorite thing about the holidays? Decking out my whole house. It's not a competition, but if it was, well, I'd win the season with Wayfair. Outdoor inflatable Santa? Got it on Wayfair. Trees, lights, and ornaments? Wayfair. Hosting must-haves like dining sets, beds, sheets, and towels? Wayfair. For everything in your style delivered with fast and free shipping, visit wayfair.com or the Wayfair app to win the season. But again, it's not a competition.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
This is our final episode for 2025.
Yep.
We are recording this on December 1st. It'll be released sometime in the next few weeks. Not
It'll
sure exactly.
It'll be released some day after today.
That's right.
I don't know how we could be more specific.
Anyway, so this one will be out the week of Christmas probably, as long as I can get it done, because I am also in the heat of moving my 88-year-old Alzheimer-ish, what do you say that? Mother with
Alzheimer-esque?
Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
And then we will be on break after this episode comes out. We'll be on break for, I don't know, maybe a month, maybe depending on how life goes. But we'll hopefully be back sometime in January. I don't want to promise a date because I don't know what's going to happen. But
I know it'll be hard, but try to live without us.
yes, we do have 159 other episodes that you guys can listen to. Or join Patreon, and if you're not already, and then you would hear,
All
you would
of our
have
side
like
shows.
49 more sideshow episodes to listen to. So I'm just saying, there are options. So today, though, what we wanted to talk about is we wanted to do kind of a year-end recap, recap of this past year, this past season 6, before we start another season. So I just kind of went through a bunch of I just took a quick look at all of our old episodes and went through the ones, I made notes on the ones that I thought stood out for one reason or another.
I went a different direction than you did.
Okay.
But that's fine.
So the first one that stands out to me, I'm going in order of when they were released, was episode 132, which was Brothels, Gambling, and Saloons. Oh my. And that's when we covered the Deadwood episode.
Yep.
And that was fun for a few reasons. One of them was that we all met over here at my house and sat on the couch and did it. And so that was kind of fun. And we made cocktails and did that and stuff. And that was when Amy AP was still with us. And she picked this one because she loves the Wild West. And I know zip nada about the Wild West. So it was cool. She came in with a lot of like stories about things that were people they talked about.
Yes.
Like Buffalo Bill and stuff like, and she went in and had stories about it. So that was fun. It's always fun to learn new stuff.
Yeah.
And
I mean, AP normally has a wealth of information, but this was like overflowing.
Yeah,
like
she
it was so cool though.
And she was so passionate about it, and she got real jazzed about it and stuff.
She did.
That's always fun to listen to people talk about something that they're super excited about. So
yeah, that was a really fun one.
I thought that was a really fun one.
Once the town became what it is today, they had lawmen So when it first was opening as people coming in mining for gold, likely, you hear of Black Hills Gold. They were, you would have had a lot of people coming in trying to look for a quick buck and all that sort of stuff. And then eventually as the town grew, you would get lawmen, but a lot of times the lawmen weren't necessarily the best people.
Right.
Until you had people like, we'll hear about Wild Bill Hickok later on. He became a U.S. Marshal. And he had so many things by the time he was only 39 when he died. And just all the stuff that he did.
Yeah.
I was surprised that he was only that
That's
when he
young.
died.
But that's so many of them because of the life that they live.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And, you know, that adds into that old factor of not living a long life or that life
average age.
When it first started as a mining town, because it would have been all men coming in slowly and surely, especially as rail lines and other things came about. Then you would start to see the women coming in, and brothels at the time were one of the few quote jobs that women would have that they could actually earn money. And in some cases, not necessarily in Deadwood, but in other parts of the West, that's where you started seeing some women who became madams or others that they really controlled their own destiny and fate in a lot. However, brothel aspects were also, it was dangerous for women because it wasn't just that you would end up with, as we hear about, some of these men abused women, but it was also they would fall in love with these women, and
it would not be reciprocated.
Either that, or they, the women knew how to act and how to show that. So
their job.
So they showed that to everybody. But then you see, Joe gets jealous of Dale, and then so Joe takes it out on Susie, or goes and kills Dale, fault. Which is then we see this violence and all this violence that ends up kind of being reported in the town history, whether it's spiritually or residually or, just actually captured that way. So we do hear Amy talking a lot about, some women that are.
I loved that we did more interviews this season. I feel like we did a lot, not only new interviews, but like repeats. So Beverly, we interviewed multiple times. Her husband's the Dragon Master. She told us how many past lives we had. I won. Not a competition. I won.
If it were a competition, Megan.
If it were, I'm just saying.
I mean, not by a ton, because didn't you have, I had like 280 something, and you had like,
and I had like 310 or something, or three.
So
it wasn't
it's close.
by much.
And we had 17 together. She said,
but a win's a win. You know what? I was going to say you only live once, but no, you don't. So enjoy this life.
In this life.
Exactly.
You're only Beverly once.
Exactly.
Exactly. Well, I can tell Amy that she's had 283 lives.
Holy shit.
And I can tell Megan that she's had 302.
What? Holy shit. I'm sorry, Beverly.
Oh, that's okay. No, does not bother me.
Was rude.
I was going to say, we haven't sworn yet. And which
is odd for us, because usually
it's odd for me, but I try to be on good behavior.
We're F-bomb this.
Don't worry about it. You can say whatever you want.
That's insane.
So how do you know these?
Because they just told me.
The numbers just came to you? Did it say anything about us having lives together before? Because we've been told that
we've been told that by multiple people.
You have. You ask 1 second. 17.
17 together?
Over time, 17.
Wow.
Some very short, some very long.
Sure.
And of course, we come in all kinds of shapes, forms, colors, sizes, sexes, whatever.
Right.
At different times. So
That's
they're
insane.
17.
That's crazy.
That's so cool.
Thank them for telling me
I think it's been about 4 lives though since you have. So it's been a while before you've come back in together. Yeah.
Interesting. And then we met the gals from Homespun Haints.
Yes.
We became best friends.
Besties, yeah.
I don't know if they know that.
Yeah.
But we are.
I still have to do my laundry down here. It's a little creepy, but I'm used to it at this point. Been living in this house on and off for 35 years and just kind of had to go do laundry no matter what. And there was one time when I was taking delicates out of the wash.
Sure.
And I was hanging them on a clothesline to dry. And I got this really nice lightweight scarf that was way too fragile to do anything but hang dry. So I was kind of flipping it out, and I flipped it over the clothesline. And when I looked down at the bottom of the scarf, settling to kind of spread it out, I saw feet.
Oh my gosh.
Small, pale, dirty, or bloody feet.
Bare feet. Oh
bare
my
feet,
gosh.
yeah.
So like a child? Like child's feet?
Like it happened so quickly, I didn't register anything except crap. There's somebody in my basement, tore down this scarf, and there's nothing there.
Holy shit.
Wow.
So, yeah. So I guess maybe my basement's haunted.
I guess maybe.
Oh my God, Diana.
It's ambiguous.
And we met Brittany.
Yep.
And we got a friend and a therapist, so a 2-for-1.
Yep. And I got to start a new podcast with Brittany. So
whole other podcast.
if any of you guys aren't listening to that, it's called This Way In. And we're on, I think, episode 6 is coming out tomorrow. So if you're interested in what Brittany talked about on her episode, which was number 137, that's Brittany's. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank you so much.
Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah, of course. Brittany is a listener. She has heard several of our episodes already.
And she still came on.
We did meet ahead of time with Brittany a little bit to discuss what we wanted to talk about on the show. And she had all these great ideas about all this stuff pertaining to the Dead Files.
It was great.
Brittany, do you want to explain to the people what you do, what your title is, what your profession is, and how you saw that it could relate to our show?
Absolutely. I'm a mental health therapist. Trauma is my specialty. And the types of therapies I use, they're the best ones in my opinion. EMDR, eye movement desensitization and reprocessing, and ego state parts work. So ego state is a type of therapy. There's lots of subsets of ego state. So like internal family systems is one of the popular ones now, which is cool. It's a good one. But so like Freud's id, ego, superego, that was like the original ego state work. And Jungian stuff like the shadow and that kind of stuff. So it really started way back in the day, but it's gotten a big resurgence now through EMDR because it's a good way to help people stabilize for reprocessing negative self-beliefs and traumatic memories. But parts work is actually really amazing for anybody because it just helps us tap into our inner resources that we all have. We all have different parts of self. And if we know how to listen to them and use them as our guides, friends, team, whatever you want to call it, it just makes our lives easier, maybe not easier, but a little more adaptive, easier to get through not great times. So anyway, that's in a nutshell what I do.
We just met so many cool people this year.
Yep. And Beverly's episodes were 134 and 157, if you want to look those up. And then Diana on twice. First, Homespun Hates was on episode 154. And then we had her back on just 4 episodes later at 158.
They're both delightful.
They're both so much fun. Yeah.
I just wish we would meet people closer to us so we could like be physical friends.
I know.
But that was one of my favorite things this year. It's just the people we met and the people we interviewed and the stories we got to hear. I'm still mad at Diana for her feet one. I'm not a fan.
I like that story. It's creepy.
I did.
It was creepy.
Yeah.
That's mostly what I had too about different people that we interviewed. I was just reading something and I'm like, Amy left and Cindy joined? And I'm like, I thought you were talking about AP.
No.
And who's Cindy?
She's my made-up friend, and I don't appreciate you not acknowledging her. Okay? Because she worked really hard on her piece of this. Fun fact, when I was little, I had an imaginary sister.
Oh.
And I would talk to her.
Oh. I had an imaginary friend. It was a boy. And,
nice.
well, actually, I had an imaginary friend that wasn't really imaginary. He was real. But I pretended like he was in my house when he wasn't. And so I talked to him, even though he was at school.
Got it.
And then I also had an imaginary friend in Peter Pan. Peter Pan was my imaginary friend when I was a kid.
Yeah. But I feel that.
I wonder, do you think that sometimes, perhaps, children's imaginary friends are actually their spirit guides?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. I 100%
that's a cool
think
idea.
That. I don't think mine was because I don't remember there being anything there. I just pretended. So I would like pretend to talk to somebody.
Yeah.
But I can very clearly in my mind see myself as like I was maybe 5 and I was getting ready to shower and I was having a full-on conversation with somebody.
Yeah.
They weren't there.
Yeah.
But I was like talking to them like they were.
Maybe they were there.
Maybe.
Just invisible.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right. Another episode that I thought was fun was 144 and 145. It was when we did Spirit Junkies. The name of the episode is Spirit Junkies Practical Magic Twofer. And it was because we ended up making it 2 episodes.
Yes.
It was the Dead Files episode called Shop of Horrors. It was season 13, episode 5. And this is the one at the magic shop.
Mm-hmm.
If you remember that.
I do.
And
I don't know if you were talking to me, but
I was talking to whoever wants to listen.
Sure.
This one ended up being a really long conversation because we also watched an episode of A Haunting, which was
very
the same
brave for me.
It's the same clients doing, because they were on both shows. And I believe they were on the Hobbit show too, but I'm not positive about that. But we didn't want to watch that. So
no, we don't.
We did watch A Haunting and the Dead Files. And so we talked about both of them. And so I believe the way that we ended up splitting it is that we talked about the Dead Files one first, and then we talked about the haunting a little bit more.
And then we sort of compared them. And
is that I thought was fascinating. Megan, you alluded to this earlier, that when the former coworker of the crematorium came to meet Dana at the shop and introduce himself, and he says that when he worked there, and it was the funeral parlor crematorium, they had a partnership with the local prison.
Yeah.
And so all of the prisoners who passed ended up there.
Because Dana asks about, they're like, we're in the embalming room and there's no drain.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that about? And that's when the man was like, well, it drained into the prison and the prisoners didn't mind that. And she's like, the prisoners? And he goes, yeah, we shared it with so I also thought it was interesting that Steve didn't bring that up. Or maybe he did in his research.
So was this, there was also a jailhouse connected to this?
No, I didn't get that part. I remember the guy saying that when she said there's no drain in here, and he said we had a long hose and we had to drain it into the bathroom sink. But then he did mention about
it.
I don't remember him saying anything about the prisoners being there. I was only
partially paying attention because I didn't want to get scared.
Okay. I think he maybe made
the truth comes out.
But yeah, I thought that was a cool way to do it, and I think it would be fun to do one of those again. So, listeners, if there is a family, a client location that the Dead Files covered, whether or not we covered it already, if you would like to have us cover it, like either cover it again if we already did, or cover it anew, but comparing it to another show that the same clients were on. I don't think I explained that very well, but I think you know what I mean.
If you want us to watch a show where a client from the Dead Files was on another show, and I'm not explaining it either. Maybe there's not a good way to explain this.
If I'm like, Dead Files client,
Amy, let me swoop in and save you. And I made it worse, which is par for the course.
You didn't make it worse. I'm sure our listeners know what we're talking about. They're smart. So if there is
they
such
are
a thing,
smart, but then again, it's me, and it takes a lot to decode stuff that I say.
Sometimes, not usually. If you've been around you long enough, I think we.
ADHD tangent. So I recently, as in yesterday, found out how big pigs can get.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know if you know this, but they can get up to 950 pounds.
I didn't know they were that big.
I will send you a picture. I found it on the TikTok. And so I sent no context. We had not been talking about this, okay? I sent a picture of a giant pig and a text thread between my mother and me where I'm being like, I did not know how big pigs can get, to my best friend. And she's like, I don't know what rabbit hole you went under. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I did that thing where I sent you zero context.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's what this is.
Yeah, that could be. Anyway, yeah, pigs. I know pigs get big. I didn't know they got that big, but I know they
950
got,
pounds.
Those big ones are quite ugly.
He was very
quite
ugly.
homely. And
his name was Georgie.
Creepy looking. Oh, that's a cute name.
They can eat a human in like 6 minutes, though.
Oh, God.
Bones and all.
Yep. That's why if you know somebody with a pig farm. Yep. Anyway. Have you ever wanted to sip on something that tastes like a potion and feels like a spell without waking up to a haunted inbox of regret the next day? Yeah, us too. That's why we're still obsessed with 3 Spirit, our favorite line of plant-based, non-alcoholic elixirs. These drinks are not your average just add bubbles mocktails. No, ma'am. These are mood-shifting, spirit-lifting, botanically enhanced brews made by actual plant nerds, bar wizards, and maybe a forest witch or 2. Whether you're conjuring courage for a social gathering, chilling out with your spirit guides, or just vibing solo while listening to a paranormal podcast, like, I don't know, this one, there's a blend for you. Our go-to, the Nightcap. It's like a hug from a friendly ghost. Smooth, dreamy, and perfect before bed. But don't sleep on the others. Each one has its own magic. You can get 15% off your first order with our link. Just head to 3spiritdrinks.com and use code The Activity Continues at checkout. So raise your glass or your cauldron and drink to your health, your spirits, and maybe even the activity that continues.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Kelly Clarkson with Wayfair. My favorite thing about the holidays? Decking out my whole house. It's not a competition, but if it was, well, I'd win the season with Wayfair. Outdoor inflatable Santa? Got it on Wayfair. Trees, lights, and ornaments? Wayfair. Hosting must-haves like dining sets, beds, sheets, and towels? Wayfair. For everything in your style delivered with fast and free shipping, visit wayfair.com or the Wayfair app to win the season. But again, it's not a competition.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
So, friends, listeners,
yes,
if you have an idea for a client that was featured on both the Dead Files and another show, let us know. And
that's a good way to say it.
And we'll cover it and we'll compare, because I think that was fun when we did that.
That was very succinct. Good job.
That was a little better, I think.
We brought it back.
Yeah.
Well, that ties very nice into what I have too, which is I got brave and watched a haunting after about 15 years. And I'm not even kidding you guys.
It's a scary show.
It's so scary for me. And it still is scary after 15 years. I had to pause it several times, but that's fine because it's a good show.
It is good.
So I was very brave.
Good for you.
I'm very proud of myself for that.
Good for you.
Thank you. Put my brave pants on, which is good because normally I don't wear any pants. Just kidding. I'm kidding.
You couldn't tell. I mean, I see it from here up.
I know. Well, now you'll just have to trust that I do wear pants.
All right. Next up was our Haunted Minnesota show. That was episode 146. I thought that was really fun. That was AP's idea, too. I loved
that one. Yes.
Yeah, and it was because...
She had some banging ideas
some great ideas. I know. AP, if you're listening, please keep sending us your ideas.
We miss your ideas.
Yeah. You can.
That was so good.
Yeah, that was really fun. And a lot of it was done that way because I was busy doing a live show with my other podcast during that time. Mm-hmm. And so I didn't have a lot of time to prep or edit or anything. And so Amy's like, why don't we just do a Haunted Minnesota show? Yeah, and then you took a couple of
I took one
locations and things, and then you did
First Ave,
and then AP did the Wabasha Caves.
Yes.
And I can't remember what else. But I do remember that, or I did note that not too long after that, what is that, 146? Aaron Mankey recently in either Lore, I must have been Lore, covered Minnesota hauntings, and he did the same ones. Oh, the Palmer House. That was it.
Yes.
Palmer House and
the Wabasha Caves.
The Wabasha Caves and First Avenue.
Yep. Wow. So her story is that she was allegedly waiting at the bus depot for her husband. Some stories call lover. Lover. And while waiting there for him to return from World War II, she learned that he died. And distraught, she hung herself in the bathroom. Now, this is a legend. It has never been confirmed.
So she's a lady in white. because every single lady in white was distraught, waiting for a husband to come back from something, or a lover or whatever to come back from something. So they all die by suicide. This just, not saying that it's not true. Just feels like
it's a very tropey.
It's a trope for sure.
You're either a woman in white, a red, gray.
Yep.
Black. Yeah, that was very good. And I like to think that he listened to our episode and was like, "That's a great idea. I should do that."
I think he did.
Pretty
He
sure
copied
that's
us.
what happened.
Because his was just a couple of months, or maybe a month ago, and ours is,
more than that.
More than that. Yes, it was more than that. It was more than that. We recorded that one on May 5th.
Oh, so 7 months ago.
A long time ago. Yep.
That's
Hardly
old.
remember it.
Yeah, barely knew her.
Yep.
I love that we had a lot more listener requests this year.
Yeah.
I think that definitely shows that our audience is growing. And they like us. Oh my God, you love me. You really love me. But it's us.
Yeah.
So please keep sending those in because we want to know what your favorite episodes are and we would love to do them.
Yep.
But I love that. I think we had tons of listener episodes this year.
We did. We did have a lot. And our patrons are great about requesting stuff for us. And
they're great anyway.
Brings me to, I was going to do this in housekeeping, but we don't really need to. But that I do have a spreadsheet because, of course, I do. It's me.
Of course she does.
I have a spreadsheet of all of the episodes we have not covered yet. And that is, I mentioned this in the last episode too, but that by the time this airs will be out to the public. It's right now it's on our Patreon, but I just wanted to give patrons a jump to come in and claim some episodes that they wanted us to do. So you can click, go to the spreadsheet, and I don't know if you're going to be able to actually make any changes to the spreadsheet because I don't want anybody like random weirdos coming in there and like writing "suck my dick" in there and stuff like that. So, but I will allow comments. So then I'll be able to see that, and then I'll be able to delete the "suck my dick" comments.
Sure.
If they arise. I think I made a joke there, but I didn't mean to.
I didn't.
I
reined it in.
Dicks and rise.
I reined it in.
Anyway, that'll be out, and we implore you to come onto the spreadsheet and put your name in there, and then when we cover it, you will get a shout out on the podcast. And so we already recommended 3 of them.
She did.
And then we have not a new listener, but new connection to us. I got a message from this woman named Brandy, and she recommended one, and she apparently is a longtime listener.
Yay!
But first time we've heard from her, so thanks
hey, girl.
for that.
Or whatever you identify as. I'm not trying to assign your gender.
Hey, person.
Hey, you. One of my coworkers is they, them, and they said that, because I do a lot of like, hey, girl. They said, hey, dude works. So, hey, dude.
Oh.
If you're there.
Yeah. I like dude for male and female. I call my female friends dude. I don't know. It doesn't have to be a guy when I say dude. Yeah. But I know some people who identify female don't like to be called dude.
I don't really care what you call me. Just don't call me anything mean.
Yeah. I don't think you can always make everybody happy, but
no,
we can try.
You call me whatever you want.
Yeah.
Just don't be mean.
Yep.
You can call me Betty. And Betty, when I call you, I'll call you Al.
Al, yeah. What I watched a show where the two leads called each other Betty and Al. Oh, it was on Netflix. We'll get to that in the sideshow because it was a Christmas show.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Anyway, I'm not going to remember what it was called, though, but I'll try to remember to bring it up in the sideshow. And then the next one would be AP's last episode. That was episode like just after 150 and before 151, so I called it 150.5. That was where she announced that she was stepping back. She's very busy. She's got a lot of stuff going on. And so she wanted to step back. But she was on our birthday bash show. We're all still very close. We're all still in a group chat, talk all day.
All day, every day.
All day, every day.
And like, so, can you fucking leave me alone? I gotta work.
She's like, sometimes I have to mute your chats.
Yeah.
Because they do get out of hand sometimes.
They do.
But That's okay.
Yeah.
And I would like to have her back on soon to talk about her Ireland trip. Or we
I
could
don't want to
compare
because I'm just
Ireland,
so jealous.
Scotland. Because I didn't really talk about my Scotland trip much at all either.
No, you didn't.
I mean, I talked about all the ghosty related stuff on the sideshow, the birthday bash, which is out to the public. It's not just a Patreon thing. Anyway, so that was another milestone in our group. And then the last one I have is when right after that we recapped Kindred Spirits.
Yes.
And that was
so
the Country
good.
Club Murders. That was a really good episode. It was really fun. So I just Googled what was their most popular episode, and that was the one.
It was a very unique, it was a different show. So it was very different to watch. It's just a different format than what we're used to. But I thought it was great.
Yeah. I like that show.
Chip Coffee is adorable.
Chip Coffee's the best. And his scarf, his cute scarf with the skulls on it. Adorable. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that was a great show. I really liked that one.
Yeah, it was. So if anybody has any ideas for other shows that you would like us to cover, we can do more Kindred Spirits. I'd be happy to do that.
I would like to do a Ghost Brothers.
Yes. We did do one Ghost Brothers last season. Was that last season? I think it was. And that was super fun. I love that. I love them.
They're hilarious. I love them so much.
They have so many iterations of their show. Like the actual Ghost Brothers original doesn't have any more new episodes. And then they started something else. And then they started something else. So I don't know which one's active right now, which one's still putting out new stuff. But I don't care. We'll cover anything of theirs because we love them.
They're all hilarious.
Yeah.
I love them.
Yeah. They're the
then
best.
The only other thing I had was, Amy left the show, Dead Files show. And then we got
Amy
Cindy.
Allan, that is.
Amy Allan, yes, not our AP. She did leave, but she didn't leave the Dead Files. She was never on the Dead Files. And if she was, I would hope she would have told us that.
Yeah.
But I know there was a lot of issues with Amy leaving and Cindy coming in, and Cindy's not as good as Amy. I loved it. I thought she's just different than Amy, and she has her own way, but I still thought she did great.
I did too. I thought she was fantastic.
I loved when she did the drawings.
Yes.
I thought that was neat.
Her spirit drawings, yeah.
Yes, I just think she's different than Amy, but I think she's just as good.
I do too. She's very cool.
I enjoyed her. Yeah.
Yeah. She's the real deal too. I this summer I took a course, like a Zoom course, not course, class of hers. And it was Brittany told me about it. Brittany had taken one of hers before. And so then I took it, and it was really, really good. It was like a meditation thing. It was super cool.
Yeah.
And Brittany took one before that was about discovering your aura or something like that. And she had a very interesting encounter while she was doing that. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't want to give it away. I won't tell it.
No.
I'll let her tell that story to us if she wants to.
Yeah.
So, Brittany, if you want to come back on the show.
We'll have you.
Yeah.
I guess. Just kidding.
Yeah.
I
So-
texted her two therapy TikToks I found this weekend.
Oh, did you?
Oh my God,
I send her stuff all the time too.
Yeah.
I'm like,
One
we
of
need to
them
talk
was
about
like-
this on the show.
Yeah. One of them was like, what stops you from doing all these things? And it was just this person singing prison. Prison. So I sent that to her.
Oh, funny. Also looking forward to next season. We do want your help, like we said, suggesting Dead Files episodes, suggesting other shows episodes. One of the things we want to try new this year is to maybe go do a little investigation.
I'm so scared, you guys. I'm like already scared.
Oh.
I'm going to have to wear some diapers because shit or pee's coming out. But I think it would be fun to do. I do.
You could always dip out, because it's not going to be just you and I, because we've never done these before. So we're not the pros. We would be doing it with somebody who knows what they're doing.
And exactly. We don't want to risk doing something to piss something off or get an attachment.
Right.
Definitely don't. So we are not just going to grab some dowsing rods and let's go find some ghosts.
Yeah. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to try to, make sure that we are doing it responsibly and whatever. We'll have somebody helping us.
Game.
Yeah. So there's one coming up in January, but that might be too soon for us to get our shit together for that. But I would like to go and at least go to
a month.
It's Parafair is what it's called.
Amazon is 2-day delivery.
Amazon's got their shit together though.
Yeah.
They may be evil, but they got their shit together.
So, I mean, I don't know. I don't think that's
we could just go for the day
soon.
for the Parafair, not necessarily do an investigation. But it's at a haunted hotel. However, the hotel, I believe, is booked up already, which makes sense. It's in a month.
That does make sense,
month and a half. But there are some other hotels nearby. And Dawn McLean, who was one of our guests, I believe she guested last year.
Yeah,
because it was like she was at our live show.
Yeah.
We saw her before that. Yeah, it was last year.
That was last year.
So
last season.
Yeah, last season, season 5. So she sent me a message and she said, you and Megan should go to this. And so she's going to be there. She's speaking at this Parafair in Wabasha. And that's in mid-January. January 9, 10, 11, I believe.
10th and 11, yep.
Yeah. So if you guys are interested, go. Maybe we'll go. Maybe we'll be there. Maybe not. I would like to. I don't know that we could go for the whole weekend, but
a weekend might be a lot, but we could do like a Saturday to Sunday.
Yeah.
Or Friday to Sunday. I mean, we could do it.
As long as we find somewhere to stay, yeah.
I mean, there's more than one hotel around there.
There are. I found a really cute bed and breakfast.
We could do that.
But it was like $250 a night.
We cannot do that.
I know.
That's a bit much.
We need to sell a lot more ads before we
could do an
that.
Airbnb.
Yeah, maybe we could do that. Yeah, yeah.
There's some decent Airbnbs.
Yeah.
Or
the one we did in Scotland was an Airbnb.
Yeah.
It was amazing. So that is an option. Other suggestions we would like from you guys is interviews. We want to do more interviews. Yep. As Megan said, we met so many great people this year, and we want to do more of that. So if there's anybody out there that you think we should interview, an author, podcaster,
someone who's had experiences.
Yes. Yeah. Even just somebody to tell their ghost stories.
Yeah.
Or
we're all about the ghost stories.
Yeah, for sure.
Bring it to us.
And we know that, Amy Allan is our dream to get Amy. But
could you even?
Yeah.
What would we even do?
I know. I'd be like, is this real? Is that you? Is that you? Are you really there?
I'd be like, hey, the whole time, just a fucking creep. She'd be like, I am never coming out.
I think, no, you know what? She's so cool and down to earth. I am pretty sure that as soon as she got on, we would just be like friends. I think she's just like everybody else we've interviewed.
I'd
for
sure fangirl a little bit.
Yeah.
But I think I could rein it in.
I would try to do all my fangirling ahead of time. And then once she shows up, we'll be very professional. But in the meantime, I'd be like, oh my God, I'm talking to you.
I know.
But I won't show it. I won't show it.
You'll be professional. You'll be cool.
That's right.
Calm, collected.
That's right. And prepared.
The queen you are.
That's right. So anyway, anybody else that you think we should interview? You could suggest Steve, but I don't think he would come on.
No. Oh,
somebody else.
We're libtards.
Somebody else said, have you ever thought of bringing Steve on? I'm like, not really. No, because I think he'd hate us.
Yeah, he would. He'd call us libtards.
Yeah,
and snowflakes.
That's
and
probably,
hang up on us.
Yeah, probably wouldn't be a very good
Which,
interview.
like, oh my God, we want people to have human rights and equality.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So
body autonomy.
Yeah. So probably not a great choice, but and probably not anybody else like that. So anyway, if you can think of anyone, shoot us a message, a DM.
Pew, pew, pew.
Yeah, you can message us on our website. When you go to the website, there's a little down in the bottom corner. There's a little microphone. You can click on that, and then that allows you to either type us a message or speak it. You could even send us a voice message where you're telling us your ghost story, and then we can play it on the show.
Or if you don't want to do that, you could send us your ghost story, and we could talk about
read it. Yeah,
but we could leave you anonymous.
Yep. So send us your stories. Yeah. So that's what we got for
our last show.
This last
of
show
2025 of 2025, not ever.
Yeah, just of 2025.
Yeah.
We'll be back with
But
a whole
thanks
bunch
for
of
a great
stuff.
year, you guys. We appreciate it. We couldn't keep doing this if you guys weren't listening.
That's right.
So
absolutely,
thank
we
you.
appreciate you.
We are so grateful.
Yep.
That you guys continue to put up with our shenanigans.
That's right. Have a happy new year.
Safe and happy new year.
Yes.
And whatever winter holidays you may or may not celebrate, I hope you enjoy them. Or if you don't celebrate, I hope you have a wonderful and warm winter.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Thank you for listening to the Activity Continues podcast. We really appreciate you giving us your ears for a bit. Please feel free to drop us a note and say hi. And join us next time when the activity continues.
Nailed it.
The Activity Continues is produced by me, Amy, at Collected Sounds Media, and is part of the independent Collected Sounds podcast network.